favorite YouTuber, Anthony Chabot. It's Saturday night. I just want to come on real quick to make my video about Mark Saunders. Now, Mark Saunders is a good friend of mine. He's been my good friend of mine on YouTube and Facebook and everything. He's a good friend of mine, and he did in my response to the video that he did a couple weeks ago about what is my favorite wrestling from 1983, 1984 to here. But I will discuss that in a later video. I just received my video's been blocked by Universal. Crap. So, anyways, here's the story. In 1984, I was a little baby in Kips Bay and 30th Street, and I started watching something, and it's WWF wrestling from January 23rd, 1984. And I saw this. What? Hold on. And I saw this thing, a man with a yellow tights, and and the guy was name was Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik and something like that, and they wrestled. It was like a longer match. Iron Sheik was like the mad heel. He won the title from Bob Backlund and everything. And sorry, what do you want me to do? Why? What? What? All right, I'll close the door. Hold on. Why is wearing glasses? All right. So that closed the door, and I saw this. So, anyways, getting back to my getting back to my comment about Hulk Hogan and everything. Getting back to my comment of Hulk Hogan, there was this guy in a yellow, red and yellow, Hulk Hogan, and he lasted. This wrestler named the Iron Sheik. He won the title from Bob Backlund in 1983, and then a month later, everything changed, and then the bell was ringing and everything, and he was beating up Iron Sheik, Sheiky baby, and then he grabbed him and everything, leg drop, 1, 2, 3, Hulkamania was born. And I was a wrestling fan and everything. I rented Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling. I am a Hulk Hogan mark. Hulk Hogan has done a lot for the industry. So my obsession of being a wrestling fan began. And uh, in 1988, I was a wrestling fan. All the wrestlers came and gone. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, God rest his soul, everything. In 1989, I had a chance to meet King Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who, by the way, he said, "Oh," and everything. I met him and I was crying. I was nervous to meet Hacksaw Jim Duggan. It'll be discussed in my book. So I started renting tapes. I really wanted to get all those tapes. 1990 was I watched my first ever WWE pay per view. It was Survivor Series. 1990 was the debut of The Undertaker. Now The Undertaker scared me like, ooh, ooh, The Undertaker, and he scared me and everything. It was it was scary. It was freaking scary and everything. And I got scared of that, you know, and everything. And he was scary. I stopped watching wrestling for a while. 1990. Then I went to MSG. I cried when I didn't get my way. I was little at the time. Then 1992, I watched wrestling and everything. 1992 was the Royal Rumble, and I can't believe Ric Flair won the WWE belt. I was shocked and everything. 1993, 92. Then I started watching wrestling every week and everything. 1990, I started collecting all the wrestling magazines, the wrestling toys. 93, I started watching a lot of wrestling and everything. Sorry. 94. it was a turning point for wrestling. Hulk Hogan had left to go to WCW. I didn't watch wrestling because I didn't have cable at the time. No, 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 no. Sorry. 1993. I started watching my first ever Monday Night Raw with my mom and my brother, and I saw when Hulk Hogan, when Brutus Beefcake got hit by a briefcase, by Ted DiBiase. I started hooked when I was a wrestling fan. When Hulk Hogan left the company in 94, 93, excuse me, I stopped watching wrestling. I started watching WCW TV. 94, I went to Uncle Mike's house to watch WrestleMania 10. WrestleMania 10 was very good. I have the tape and storage and everything. It was good. I liked wrestling. 95, I was offered to go to wrestling, but I said no and everything. I was in Miss Talkman's class. Then 96, I started watching Static Wrestling from 96 until 2001. You know, I started I started in 98. I started wearing the DX shirt. I don't know if where that is. Maybe I lost it and everything. I started collecting wrestling tapes and I in 98 I collect a lot of wrestling tapes. And in 98, 99, Mendez, I don't know if he's still around. He gave me a lot of tapes. I was collecting tapes left and right, wrestling tapes and everything. I got a copy of WrestleMania 11 from 1995. You know, it'll be uploaded on YouTube later and everything. And so nice. I'll start watching wrestling until 2000, where I got wrestling tapes from my mom's former boyfriend Richie. In 2001, when WWE bought WCW, I started watching Monday Night Raw, Monday Nitro, and everything. It was a good time, but unfortunately, WCW was bought out by WWE in 2002. I started going to WWE New York, which is now the Hard Rock Cafe. It was fun. I had I had brownies and hamburgers and Coke, and I got a merchandise that my mom threw away in 2003. In 2000, no, no, 2003. It was my final year of high school. 2004, I started watching it and everything. Then 2005, when I first got a job at Rigo, I started collecting the DVDs. A lot of the DVDs are now in storage. So I got lots of them. Then 2006 happened, and TNA started to boom. 2007, I started, in 2008, I started going to my first live WWE show. It was interesting and everything. In 2009, I started collecting more wrestling things. Then I started going in 2010 to ICW. Now ICW was used to be held in the Elks Lodge in Queens and everything. I met a whole lot of friends. Met Danny DeMano. I started going to wrestling signings again. 2011. Then I started going to a lot of wrestling signings. Met George the Animal Steel. God rest his soul. Started going to a lot of wrestling shows. 2012. I started to hell back because I wasn't got a job, and so I went to the wrestling signings and everything. In 2016, I got this WWE book. Unfortunately, I left it on the bus and I lost it. I couldn't stay focused. In 2017, I got wrestling books, and in 2018, I started going. No, 2015, 2016, I started going to WWE bars, the watch party. It was awesome and everything. I stopped going. Then in 2016, I went to my first ever WWE pay per view. I went to SummerSlam 2016. It was awesome. Bless you. Then 27, 26, then 2018, I went to SummerSlam 2018, where Ronda Rousey won the women's title, and then Roman Reigns won the Universal title from Brock Lesnar. Was it WWE title? Yeah, Universal title. I was there in 2018. Then I started meeting a lot of people. Then in 2019, I went to my first WrestleMania. I lost my WrestleMania virginity that night. So I got the chair from SummerSlam and everything. And then 2020, I started watching wrestling. In 2021, I started watching Skylar and everything. I'm hoping I meet more wrestlers. I'm hoping I get more autographs. I'm hoping I see a lot of people because I'm coming out with a book and everything. And that's how I became a wrestling fan. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Anthony Jabot, Twitter.com for 50, Instagram Jabot for fit, Twitter.com for 50, Instagram Tomorrow 20, Facebook.com Anthony Tomorrow, sharing care, share it with your friends and family you know. So click on the notification when I do these live streams, and whenever I do my reviews, I do my reviews of pop culture stuff, everything, openings, DVDs, me singing everything. Be on the lookout for that. So far, we got 302 subscribers. We did it. We freaking did it. We got 302 subscribers. And be on the lookout for that. And my Brooklyn Nets loss. I'm about to end the stream so I can enjoy my Saturday night. Happy Saturday night. Until next time, Anthony out.